Good morning, Joe Joe in the morning family. I hope you are having a super good day. Welcome back to Tuesday of Wisdom Week. It's going to be a good day. You know, when you start moving and operating in wisdom, everything shifts. I remember years ago, there's somebody that I would talk to about the stock market and I would talk to about crypto. And this one person, I would always invest in the opposite thing that he invests in. If he was telling me he was selling a stock, I would buy the stock. If he was selling a crypto, I would buy that crypto. I don't know why this guy always did the thing that was completely opposite of what wisdom was saying. And I looked at his life and I thought, man, this guy has nothing working for him. It's like he fights against the hand of the Lord. He fights against wisdom. I can't tell you how many times I've counseled people over the last 30 years in ministry, and I would look at somebody and I would say, you don't make any right decision. And so I tell people, if you want to change your life, make 5 right decisions in a row. That sounds easy, doesn't it? 5 right decisions in a row. It's not for most people. But if you can learn to follow wisdom and get good advice, everything that you do will start to shift. Okay? All right, so I'm going to read this. We're going to go to Proverbs 3:13 through 18. As wisdom increases, a great treasure is imparted. Think about that. As wisdom increases, a great treasure is imparted. Let me go to verse 13, Proverbs 3:13. Those who find true wisdom obtain a tool for understanding the proper way to live. When you find true wisdom, you use that true wisdom as a proper way to live. That shifts everything. That shifts everything in your life. Your walk with God, your marriage, your kids, your finances, your job, everything that you do shifts when you gain wisdom. It says, for they will have a foundation of blessing pouring into their lives. To gain the riches of wisdom is far greater than gaining the wealth of the world. Okay, 14, I just read it. As wisdom increases, a true great pleasure of life is imparted. That means when you're living the godly way, a great wisdom is imparted and shifts your life completely. Most people in life, they're trying to gain some type of understanding of God, wealth, health, all these other things. When you get along with God and get godly wisdom, everything shifts. See, a lot of people try to go to God and they want God just to answer things and to bless them, but they're not going to God for wisdom. My son and I, we were having man time the other day, and sometimes we hang out or whatever, but on this particular night, we were in the hot tub. I was drinking a double espresso at 9 o'clock at night. I don't know why I was drinking it that late at night, and he was drinking, I think, a Gatorade Light or something like that. We were talking. He said, Dad, let me ask you a question. Would you want $10 million or to be one of the wisest men in the world? And I said, well, I'm one of the wisest men in the world. He said, why would you say that? I said, because I married your mama. He said, he gave me a pound. He said, Dad, that's right. But no, I told him, I said, I would rather be one of the wisest men in the world, because you can spend $10 million, or in our case, we would give most of it away. But if you have that wisdom, you can gain all types of wealth in life and in health. And true wealth is not just money. It is impacting people. Like if you have a lot of finances, you can bless a lot of people. I want to be somebody with just a wealth of knowledge to impart that to other people. When I call my mentors, when I call people or a pastor to give me some advice on something, I'm wanting a wealth of knowledge to be just poured into my life. Okay? Let's go on Proverbs 3:15. It is more valuable. Wealth, it can be lost. It can be spent. But wisdom is a more valuable commodity than gold or gemstones. You can lose them. They can be stolen. But once you get wisdom, you can't spend all your wisdom. Okay? And it says, out of the mouth of wisdom flows righteousness, and her words release both law and mercy. The ways of wisdom is sweet, always drawing you into a place of wholeness. One of the things that breaks my heart when I see people is they are not operating in a place of wholeness. They're 80%, 70%, 60%, 50%. That's all they can give back to God. That's all they can give their marriage. If you're a school teacher and you're at 60%, you're giving those students 60% of what you got. You may be an employer. You're not giving your employees the best. People that work for you should not just be there for a paycheck. They should be there for wisdom. The late great Jim Rohn would say, when you work somewhere, if you're going there for a paycheck alone, you're missing the whole purpose of why you're there. You're there to gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. See, most people miss that. Most people miss that. I was talking to a business partner of mine the other day, and he was talking about, he said, man, you ain't going to believe this. I had this intern that came in and asked to work for me. And on the first day, this intern said, how much am I getting paid to intern with you? He said, you're wanting to get into my industry. I'm running a multi-million-dollar company. You really don't know anything. I wouldn't hire you to work for me, but you wanted to intern for me to teach you what I do, and you would do minimum work, and you're wanting what? They said $25 an hour. They said, you're not an intern, you're wanting to be an employee. Let me see what you can do. They couldn't do nothing. And I'm just like, that's crazy talk. People are entitled. People want money. They don't want wisdom. That's why they'll lack all of their life. They will lack and be in lack all of their life. When you go to work for somebody else, you need to be a blessing to that company, and you need to gain all of the information that you can gain. Okay? Let's go to Proverbs 3:18. Now, I got to go back to 17, y'all. I don't think y'all got all that. The ways of wisdom is sweet, always drawing you into a place of wholeness. It didn't say that everybody around you is going to be happy, but you will be in wholeness. The other day I was in a situation I kind of had to be in. God told me I needed to be in it. I didn't want to be in it. And it was a little bit rough in some areas. And when the meeting was over, I had complete peace. The other three parties were walking away. One party, they were okay. They're good in life. The other two parties walked away mad and frustrated and irritated. And I remember I said, I know why they're irritated. Because they're going back to a life that is not complete. It is not whole. One of the people were going back to a life where their finances are bad, their health is bad, their marriage is bad. The other person is broke. They're just not in a place to create finances or wealth, so they're going back into a broken situation. The other person has done a lot of things right over the years, and they're going back into a good life. They are very connected to a good local church. They are connected, and so their life is good. I walked away fine. I was going back home to, a life that we have created out of wisdom. I did not say we created a life through making a lot of decisions that were easy. Wisdom will lead you down the God path. I did not say the easy path. The God path, there's a four-wheel drive that you have to stick in sometimes. Sometimes on the God path, you got to go through some potholes. It's gonna be a little slippery. You got to put it in four-wheel drive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times the God path, you got to stick it in overdrive because there's a fast acceleration. A lot of times when God delivers you from something, wisdom will say, go fast and get out of this situation, because it's easier to go back when you're not moving fast with the Lord. Hope y'all are hearing me on this today. But when you're walking in completeness and wholeness, it will shift everything in your life. Proverbs 3:18, seeking for wisdom brings the discovery of untold blessings. Woo, untold blessings. You ever been playing a video game with your kids or something, and all of a sudden you get like that coin and you hear that ding? Or you're going, and my son, he'd be like, Dad, there's a treasure over here. I said, I didn't even see it. Let's go this way. I said, no, son, that's off the beaten path. We'll go, and a treasure chest will open. We'll get a prize or something. That's how life is with God. Don't go down the path that everybody's on. That's the average path. Ain't nobody want to be average on Joe Joe in the morning. You do not want to be average. You want to be extraordinary for the kingdom of God. Okay? Seek for wisdom brings discovery of untold blessings, for she is the healing tree of life to all of those that taste her fruit. Wisdom. Wisdom is a healing tree of life. That's the tree I want to eat from. That's where I want to be. I want to be in wisdom. Okay? Joe Joe in the Morning family, I'm giving you some gold this week, and it's coming straight from the Word of God. We need to be children of God who are walking in complete freedom. Walking in wisdom. Love y'all. Go to the website, joejoedawson.net. Go to the contact button, hit it, send me a prayer request. We got information about our books. I want to thank all of our financial partners and prayer partners. Also, there's information about our mentoring program that is growing. I love our mentoring family. And the people in the mentoring family, I'm so proud of you. You guys are growing by leaps and bounds and walking in wisdom. Love y'all.